So let's see what he has to say.
Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a bonus review video. Marvel Snap has come out and I haven't made a video on it since, well, I posted this video a few months back about how I would not play Marvel Snap again after what I felt was an extremely predatory monetary practice they added into the game in Nexus events. And since then, a lot has happened and Marvel...
Well, Nexus events were for sure awful. And if you don't know what Nexus events are because you are new to the game and you weren't here when Nexus events launched, they were basically loot boxes, but were extremely expensive loot boxes with a really low chance of giving you the card that was featured in the event, and the only way you could have the card was through that event. And they plan to do this 2 times a month. So if you wanted to keep up with the cards, you had to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars a month just to keep up. And the backlash was insane, and they retreated. They got it back. They deleted the Nexus events and said that they heard the community and they weren't implementing that. And I believe that is great. That says a lot about the future of the game if the developer is willing to listen to the community. I love that. I believe the Second Dinner made the right move there. And yes, I'm glad they did it. And look, this dude didn't like the monetization system and said, I don't want to play anymore, which is cool. That is like the best protest we have. And then things change and he's back here. I don't know if he's going to play the game. We're gonna watch the video, but at least he's talking about the game again, you know.
Marvel Snap has now launched worldwide, and I've had a lot of people ask me, should they try it out? Is it still predatory? Is it affordable? Is the game fun? Is it a replacement to Hearthstone? Well, I thought I'd try and...
Well, I will respond my opinion in that. Yes, the game is worth it. Yes, the game is fun. I don't believe that the current system we are in right now in this moment where I'm streaming right now, November 1st, right now I don't believe the game is predatory. Do I believe it is a replacement for Hearthstone? Well, for me it was because I'm not playing Hearthstone, but not because of Marvel Snap. I'm not playing Hearthstone before Marvel Snap came out for several years. So for me, it scratched the card game itch, but I wasn't playing Hearthstone either way. So I can tell you, if you are a Hearthstone player, that this game will give you the same vibe because the mechanics are kind of different. But maybe if you like Ben Broad, you will like this. I can tell you that the game is fun. I can tell you that it isn't predatory right now, and I can tell you that it is worth your time. But I can't tell you that it is a replacement for Hearthstone. The games have different mechanics, you know. I will lose this game, so I will retreat. That is what Agatha does to you. So let's keep watching the video.
And just gonna a quick little review as I can, because I have played the game a lot. I actually have not played a single game since I made that video, which kind of sucked because I literally played Marvel Snap every day. I'm a nearly level 3000 on the collection manager. This takes a long time to build up to, and I just...
Bro, how are you at that collection level and you weren't playing since Nexus events? So you were playing a lot back then, bro. Because I'm like a 2500 right now, and I believe I played a lot this game. Granted, I haven't spent a lot of money. I have bought like the $10 gold bundle twice, and I haven't bought any season pass, just this last one, the Miles Morales ones, and before that I didn't bought any one of those. So maybe that's one of the aspects. Maybe he spent money on the game, but even if you spend money, bro, that is a lot of levels on the collection tag. So he must have played a lot of games. So that is kind of cool. And yes, if he says that it sucked for him because he liked the game and had to stop playing, that is kind of rough. I hope he comes back because the game is fun, bro. The game is good. And if he has this much collector's levels, he knows that the game is good, you know. He was just disappointed by the monetization.
I cut it cold turkey. It hit Infinite, the highest rank in the game every season until that
Cool.
point, and my collection is
cool.
filled with upgraded variants and cards, and I played a lot. I really enjoyed myself. However, this tab had
Nice.
the Nexus events, which just led to me not playing anymore. But overall, the game itself hasn't really changed too much in that time. There's been some balance patches. We have this PC client, which, by the way, this is not an emulator of a phone.
Bro, that is the greatest thing about the global launch. I know that this PC client isn't the full official client, that they will give us a true PC client that isn't just like a copy of the mobile one, you know. But at least I can have the app in my PC through Steam, and I don't have to download an emulator. That sucked, bro. That was bullshit. I hated having to have a BlueStacks emulator on my PC, bro. And this is great that I can play directly from my PC.
It is the PC client that basically is their own emulation of Thumb. That's why the PC client still looks really rough. It's still vertical and all of that. Let's dive
But it's better than the emulator for sure.
Game. And gameplay-wise, I think Marvel Snap is a lot of fun. It's not super deep. You start off with 1 energy. You can play a card per that amount. There's 6 turns. The games are over pretty quickly, and you play cards at the same time as your opponent. You're not going to get your traditional Hearthstone feel of like big epic stories or control decks or all sorts of variants like that. It's mostly just about building as much power and winning 2 of the 3 locations. There's ways to do that. Metas typically get solved pretty quickly, and you're kind of going through the card game thing of strategies becoming a little bit dominant, and then they're followed by balance patches, of course. But overall, this is not going to...
Not much to say there because he just talked about the rules of the game, and we kind of know that. I hope so. And yes, the metas get solved kind of quick when you know what is good. But the cool thing about this game, and it's the thing that I like the most, is that, bro, you don't have to care about the meta. In fact, I recommend you to not care about the meta, bro. Yes, there are decks that are more powerful that will help you get more cubes, but you can climb the ladder with a negative win rate deck. If you know how to snap and retreat, and you should know how to snap and retreat, because I have a video where I teach you how to snap and retreat in my 7 tips video for to get to infinite, bro. I tell you there when to snap and retreat. And if you know how to snap and retreat, you can play any deck you like and you will climb. Of course, more powerful decks climb faster, but that doesn't mean that least powerful deck can't climb. And I'm talking about the extremes here, because if you go to the real world, the real meta, what you will find is that the power level between decks isn't that, the bridge, the gap between them isn't that big, you know? And you can play what a website tells you to be a D tier deck and be pretty successful with it if you like the deck and if you find the deck fun, bro. And there are decks that aren't even featured in meta lists and are great decks. I have decks like that on this channel, bro. Cool, great decks that aren't even on those meta tier lists, and I have videos where I show you that I'm climbing with those decks. So forget about the meta. Don't care. Yes, in a couple of weeks after a patch, after a nerf or a buff, people say, well, this is the strongest deck. It doesn't matter, bro. You can play with whatever deck you like and you will climb. Of course, you have to know when to snap and when to retreat. That is what people like, I guess, about good decks. That good decks are more forgiving in the snapping mechanic. But you have to be good at the snapping mechanic to be good at Marvel Snap, dude. So focus more on your snapping ability than on your deck ability. But your deck ability is also important. I'm not saying that it isn't. Well, I went in a rant about the meta. Let's keep watching.
To be your Hearthstone killer. It's not going to be a replacement, in my opinion, for Hearthstone, a
What I
Magic
said.
the Gathering, Legends of Runeterra. To me, it's a mobile game first, a card game second, but it's a good one at that. I think it's good on both levels, and I have had a lot of fun playing it. Card acquisition in the game basically comes down to leveling up your cards. You get credits after every game you play.
I won't win this because he's winning 2 locations. So Agatha will win here. I'm winning here. But if he plays something here, I automatically lose. And he's going to play the Deadpool, so I will retreat.
play. You can get credits for cards through other means, such as the season pass, which we'll talk about. But overall, you upgrade a card, you gain collection levels, and you see you gain collection levels, you can open up a reserve, and well, there's your first type of loot box thing. The reserve can open a card, other things.
By the way, this video says an unsponsored and honest review of Marvel Snap. I'm also unsponsored, and I also give my honest opinion. And I said the same as him. I don't believe the game is a replacement to Hearthstone because the game mechanics are different. But I do recommend the game to Hearthstone players, not to replace Hearthstone per se, but just to play the game sometimes and have fun, you know. This is a great game for the bathroom time, bro. This is a great game for that time. You play a couple of games real quick and you are done. Everything is cool. And against the depth that a game like Magic the Gathering has is really deep, and this game honestly doesn't have it. It doesn't mean that this game isn't deep, because if you truly think about the possibilities on the 5th and 6th turn, there are a lot of possibilities. The game has depth for sure, but not of Magic the Gathering. We have to be honest there. So again, yes, I do recommend the game as an unsponsored person, and that is my honest opinion. I believe the game is pretty good and pretty cool, and it does a good use of the Marvel intellectual property. The art is cool. The cards have great abilities. I like the game a lot, and you should know I have a channel entirely dedicated to the game. But you could say that I'm biased because of that, but not really, because I have a YouTube channel about the game because I honestly believe the game is good. They didn't sponsor me to have a Marvel Snap channel, you know. So yes, I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot, so forgive me.
See what we got.
I remember that if you play Gwent, I played Gwent for a lot of time. Gwent is a great game. I love Gwent, but unfortunately it isn't a popular game, you know. If you play Gwent, I do recommend Marvel Snap. You will like Marvel Snap because Marvel Snap and Gwent have a lot of similar mechanics, and these games are very similar, a lot. Now I can play my turns because Agatha played herself. So should I play the Jazzarus or should I play the Abomination? I don't really have another play than those ones, you know. If I play, I can't play the Abomination there, so I will play it here. I will let it play, but I have to focus on the game too.
I open up a Killmonger. I got a brand new card for upgrading, and that's basically how you unlock cards. You have no say over what cards you get.
Now,
there's no way to craft cards. You sit.
Kazar. I have 6. I will play the Dr. Doom, right? I will push 5 power here.
Simply can only level up cards and gain them randomly. It's random through 3 tiers of card pools. Basically, once you unlock all the tier 1 cards, then you can unlock the tier 2 cards. Once you unlock all of those, you can unlock the tier 3 cards, and once you unlock all those, well, then you have all the cards. But again, you can't unlock the tier 3 until later, and again, it's completely random. Although apparently they are going to be adding collector's tokens to try and make it a little bit better in the future. But basically, if you're looking to play that specific deck with that specific card, there's no way to do that unless you happen to open one of these reserves and get that card.
That is very true. And yes, it kind of feels like sucky that you can target a card, like in Hearthstone, that you can target a card with dust. And it feels kind of sucky at first. But let me tell you, when you advance in the game, it is kind of awesome, dude. It is kind of awesome. Because, bro, I almost had a full collection. And I'm not dedicated myself too much to this game. I haven't spent almost any money, like $30 in total in 3 purchases of $10, you know. And I almost have a complete collection. You can have a complete collection real fast without paying money. So I believe the monetization of this game right now, it is cool. Of course, it was awful with the Nexus event, but I'm talking about right now. And right now they only have the season pass and you can buy gold, basically. And those are cool. Those are great, bro. But yes, you don't have any other way to acquire a card right now because they announced some type of system where you will be able to target a specific card, bro. So I believe all is cool by now. And let me tell you, you will get cards really fast, bro. It is cool. I believe it does. Maybe at first when you are in pool 3 and you see people with pool 3 decks, it can feel awful, but it really isn't. And it is coming from me, bro. I have a video opening Theory Collector's Reserve, hoping for a Green Goblin and never getting the Green Goblin. And I do want my Green Goblin. And even me, I'm saying it isn't that bad, bro. The collection system is pretty cool, and it is a neat idea, you know?
At least as I'm recording this. But honestly, that acquisition model, I didn't mind it. It didn't bother me a heck of a lot. What I did mind was the Nexus events, which aren't in the game.
Of course.
Second Dinner has already apologized for even putting them in the game, refunded everyone that took part, refunded all their gold, and the cards that were paywall behind it were actually given to all players.
That happened.
At the end of the day, they implemented a loot box system in the game that would have gouged players for roughly $900 to $1,000 a month to acquire 2 cards a month. It was the most greedy thing I've seen in a long time, and it just destroyed my faith and trust in the company that they even thought an idea that was good to implement, period. How you could even greenlight this idea was beyond me, and that's what made me just quit, because my faith and my trust.
I understand that process, you know, that thought process, that he's saying it doesn't matter that they took it back because they shouldn't have launched it in the first place. And I kind of understand, because yes, they should have known that it was bad, bro. You kind of know that it is bad because before you launch it. But at the same time, bro, they could have let it be. People would have played the game. Maybe less people, but a lot of people would have kept playing because the game is really good. So, but they decided to take it back, and I'm glad about that. And I'm glad the game launched without that bullshit. And we have a lot of people that don't even know that Nexus events existed, and that is pretty cool. So I believe you can forgive them for doing that, you know, because they have taken the right steps after that, you know, and everybody fucks up once in a while. And I know that Second Dinner shield before someone says it. I'm just talking facts here, bro.
Was completely shattered. Even by getting rid of it, refunding it, it's like, how can you have that sense of judgment to come to that decision? And I've stayed away for months, and now I'm at the point where I see this message where they say they're not bringing anything back next events. They're doubling down on the season pass and cosmetics.
Nice. That is a cool message.
I'm more open to it, because the monetization in the game really isn't that bad. It's free to play friendly to an extent. You have 2 economies in the game, similar to Hearthstone now, since they have gold and runestones. But you have gold and credits. You can get 50 credits for free a day.
That thing that he just mentioned, I believe it is they are going to launch some tokens, and those tokens you will be able to use to get a specific cards. That is a system that isn't implemented right now, but they announced it, and that is a way that, for example, me, that I want a Green Goblin, I could target my Green Goblin and not wait for him in a collector's reserve, you know. So that is kind of cool. I don't know if that was he's talking about, but I believe that was what he mentioned. And besides that, yeah, the monetization in the game is I believe is cool.
And you can buy credits with gold. Credits are what you use to level up your cards, gain more cards. But it is predatory in a bit of a way. Like we talked about, runestones possibly have mismatching prices, which it doesn't very often. You'll know that if you want to buy 500 credits, it costs 400 gold, but you can't buy 400 gold. You can only buy 300 and 700. It's priced in a way to make you have excess resources. It's frustrating.
Bro, I know this isn't a defense. This isn't the correct argument, because this is a fallacy. But it is kind of the only thing we can say, you know, and it is, every mobile game does this. And you will say, well, not because every mobile game does it, it is cool to do it. And you are completely right. You are 100% completely right. Not because every mobile game does this, they should do it, because it is bullshit. I am with you. But at the same time, we live in the real world, bro. And because every mobile game does it, they are going to do it too. That's the way it is. And yes, it is bullshit that you can buy specifically the 400 gold. It is kind of, yes, you want me to buy twice, you know, or to buy more than I need. But yes, that is the point. They are tricking you, you know, so you spend more on the game. What can you do?
Annoying. It's a common mobile thing. It's very intentional.
And he said it's a common mobile thing.
I want to point that out. It's not a deal breaker or anything, but it's very frustrating. Actually added, I hadn't seen this, a welcome bundle for $4 to get 700 golds in a card variant. Typical mobile strategy of trying to just...
But that is a good deal. Yes, I know it is a strategy to get the foot on the door so you start spending money on the game and get hooked. But that's a pretty good deal, bro, in terms of how much gold you're getting for your money.
Get you to spend a little, kind of broken that barrier so you feel okay to spend money again. Because yeah,
exactly.
$3.99 for 700 gold. You take a look at 700 gold down here, that's $14. That's a hell of a
exactly.
deal, and you're more likely to buy it. It's even 8 times the value. Not quite 800% Diablo Immortal, but overall, still, I am fine with these. They're good deals. You could just buy it, and that's it. And honestly, if I do return to the game, I will likely purchase that. I will recommend, though, never buy a variant. They're never worth the gold because variants aren't even the card. Like, you can only get off.
That's exactly, bro. I if you wanna buy a variant, I am with you. Go for it, bro. Enjoy it. And maybe one day I will buy a variant too. But that day, oh, I won't. But that day isn't today, and it won't be for a long time, bro. I want cards to play the game. If I spend my gold buying variants, that's gold I not spending buying credits to upgrade my cards to get cards to play the game. And I want cards to play the game, bro. I want my green goblin, I want my wave. You know what I'm saying? So variants are kind of not my priority, you know. And honestly, variants doesn't impact the gameplay. Yes, it is kind of cool having variants like this vision. I love those art, bro. That is Dan Heap, I believe, the artist from that vision variant. And I have a couple of Dan Heap's variants that I got from chess and stuff, and I love them. It is cool to have them, but if you have limited resources, don't blow it up on variants, bro. Don't do it.
For the variant of a card you already own, it'd be great if they do add, and I think I've heard them talk about this, cards show up in the shop that you could buy for 700 gold that you don't own yet. Like, have that come up. That would be really nice. Also, just a recommendation, I saw this, I think, in Crip's video. I don't think
that is cool too. Don't buy boosters, bro. Boosters suck. Big dick. Don't buy boosters ever. That is a trap right there. That is a trap in the shop. Those boosters. Never buy boosters, bro. And I believe he will say that you get 50 credits free every day. That is cool. Never forget about getting your 50 credits a day. They are free.
Do the research. Don't use fast upgrades. They're absolutely terrible. You're paying a premium to upgrade a card fast when typically you're going to be out of credits all the time. So just spend credits when you get them to level stuff up. You just pretty much never need to use these. Just don't do it. All you really want to do is spend your gold on credits and level
that is correct.
That's the main strategy you want to do.
There's another way you can spend your credits that is pretty cool, and it is better if you have bought the season pass. And it's buying missions. They added a button on the missions where you press it and you pay 120 gold for 2 missions. And on average, that gold will buy you the same credits that buying directly the credits will give you. The difference is that completing missions give you experience for your battle pass. That means that you get a little extra, you know. It isn't a big deal, but it is a little extra. If you want to min-max completely, buying missions is better than buying credits directly. I usually do a mix of both because doing a lot of missions is kind of annoying, and you can buy a lot of credits because if you buy 2 times the credits, they lock you out for the day. So a mix of both is kind of cool, but I recommend you going for the missions first because they give you a battle pass experience.
My biggest problem with Snap's monetization, this irked me from basically the second season pass. The first one you were able to buy with gold, the second one not, is the premium season pass. You'll note they have Miles Morales, a card. It is paywalled. The only way to acquire this card is $14 Canadian, probably like $10 USD. There is no way to get this card without spending money. I believe 2 months after the season pass
that is correct.
then they'll be put into the pool 3 3 of the collection, so you can eventually get it for free randomly in like 2 months. But let's say they make a card that's really strong, it is paywalled behind money. If you know how
That's
I feel
correct.
about the Battlegrounds pay to win thing,
Bro, I suffered that with Wave. Wave was like the best card or one of the best cards, and I didn't have any money to buy that, and I couldn't buy the Wave, and I have to suffer playing against Wave, and Wave being featured in the top 5 meta decks, and I didn't have my Wave, bro, and I still don't have my Wave because now she's in the pool for the collector's reserve, but I never lucky, and I haven't found her yet because I only unlock like a fucking avatar, a Hellcow avatar, or a fucking Forge variant, and I don't unlock cards, bro. But that's a rant for another day. But yes, the cards that you buy from the Battle Pass, they get added to the collector's reserve 2 months after the fact. So if you like the card and you don't mind paying, that's the way you get it, because if not, you will suffer for 2 more months without the card, you know. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't buy it. That is your decision to make. I only bought once, this one, the Miles Morales ones. I didn't bought the Wave one, I didn't bought the Thor one, I didn't bought the Nick Fury one, so the Daredevil one either. And I'm not suffering because I don't have those cards. So it kind of depends of the power level of the card, because with Wave, I felt it. I felt the hit, you know. But with Daredevil, Nick Fury, and what was the other one, bro? I just mentioned it. Thor, I didn't feel the hit at all. I didn't care about those cards.
it feels that way to me, where they're paywalling exclusive content behind the thing, where you cannot spend gold on it. Premium Pass in itself isn't bad value. You get a bunch of credits, you get variants, you get gold. I bought it.
Yes, that is cool. You get a lot of. Can I win this game? He has to play here to win. I have a Captain Marvel. Maybe she will fly. I will play and I will snap him back. He will play his bullshit, his Patriot bullshit. Oh, bro, I should have. I will lose because he's playing. Wow, Blue Marvel. I was expecting a Patriot. I believe I can win this with the Captain Marvel moving. Captain Marvel will move to Kunlun and I will win.
Higher, further, faster.
Nice! 8 cubes with my Agatha deck! Nice! With the AFK deck, dude. I'm watching a video and just sitting back, enjoying myself, and I get 8 cubes. Nice! With the AFK deck, dude. So, what I was going to tell you, I forgot completely. Because of the game.
Credits, you get variants, you get gold. I bought it every season.
That's right. Again, this is not an advice to buy or to not buy the Battle Pass, but you get a lot of credits and gold for the track that isn't on the free version. So it kind of gives you a lot of added value plus besides the card, you know. You can view it like, because you can say, I'm paying $10 for a card, but no, not really, because you're paying $10 for the cards, and you will also get credits and gold that will help you unlock more cards on the collector's reserve, you know. And yes, I don't care about the card back, I don't care about the variant, I don't care about the avatar. There are people that maybe buy the battle pass for that, but I don't give a fuck about that. I only care about the credits, the gold, and the card. And for that, I believe there is a good value there, you know. I'm not caring about the cosmetics. But again, this isn't an advice to buy or not to buy, because as I told you, it is if you like the card and if there are powerful decks with the cards. Because the only time that I felt the hit was with Wave. The other season pass, I didn't buy the card and I don't care about it, you know. I bought the Miles Morales one, and I use him on one deck, the Kingpin deck, and only there, so it isn't like a staple card. But I don't regret buying the Battle Pass because of the rewards, the credits and the gold, they were cool.
When I was playing it, I didn't mind it at all. I just do not like the feeling of having a card paywall. So again, I want to put that out there.
I understand that. I can relate. I can understand that.
They do paywall cards. Technically, if the card is a competitive advantage, which it basically always is, the game is a bit pay to win.
Not really.
No matter how you look at it, because of this. And fundamentally, Marvel Snap.
Not really. Nick Fury sucked. Daredevil sucked. Thor sucked. So it wasn't really pay to win because the best decks didn't have those cards, you know.
This doesn't feel like a fully fleshed out.
But what card game, in reality, what card game isn't pay to win? Hearthstone is pay to win. Magic the Gathering is pay to win. So again, I know this isn't a cool argument because, again, you can say to me, because those games do it, you shouldn't do it too. And that's true. You are 100% right. But it is kind of the standard in the market, you know.
Out card game if you compare it to other card games. You don't have a friends list. You can't do friendly matches. There's only one game mode right now, and that's ranked. There's no casual. Bro,
you can't even do a tournament, a cool, pretty tournament, because you can add someone, you know. Because, bro, I would love to play tournaments. I want to play tournaments. The competitive itch is inside of me. I want to play tournaments. But there are two things. One, I don't know where people organize tournaments, or if they are organizing them because you don't have a friend list, and that prevents you from playing against someone directly, you know. And what should I do in a tournament? Like trying to matchmake against the dude. That is really hard to do, you know. So that is a problem right now.
There's no draft mode. It is missing a lot of features, a lot of which may be added to the game, but be aware, again, it's not like you're...
I don't know if a draft mode is good in this game because only having 12 cards and the cards need a lot of synergy. Maybe they can do it, but they have to put it. They have to put a twister, like you choose from not 3 cards, but from 10 cards, something crazy like that, you know, to make it viable. But well, I'm not a game designer.
Replacement to Hearthstone, not your replacement for another card game. Fun, quick game you can play whenever. And if the meta gets boring, well, you could play something else. Actually, does have a social tab.
But as I said, it is pretty hard to get bored about the meta. You can get bored about the game in general, but about the meta, it is really hard, bro, because the meta is very diverse and you can play a lot of decks and find success, as I said earlier.
With like updates and stuff. I don't know why mine's not loading. The PC client might be bugged on here, but usually on Android you can see patch notes, there's free stuff you can get, all these different things. Honestly, something that Hearthstone's really lacking that I would love to see. And of course you have like daily quests and daily rewards, weekly quests and all that are very completable and are kind of fun to go for.
Bro, I have my snap here. I will show it. I love this weekly challenge that give you things at 5, 10, 15, 20. I love this. These rewards are great, bro. I always unlock them. I love credits, bro. Those dopamine hits from credits and from upgrading cards, bro, those are great, dude. I love these weekly challenges. And these are great too, but not as much as the weekly challenge.
Like custom avatars, way to personalize your account. And at the end of the day, would I recommend Marvel Snap? Do I think it's outright predatory? Do I think it's something you should avoid? No.
If you are still here and you wanted to see what cards are in my AFK deck, I am going to show you right now. Here is a deck if you are curious about the Agatha AFK deck.
Oh, honestly, I'm probably going to try and come back to it, play it a bit. I really enjoyed the game. I was just heartbroken. I was heartbroken over the Nexus events. I couldn't believe that
a lot of people were. I were one of them.
It made me quit. It made me quit. I'm a man of my word. Now that I've seen that they've at least apologized for it, does not appear like they're going to do that again. I do want to try and play the game at some point.
Nice. That is pretty cool.
Or anything like that, but I wanted to give my opinion on it. I don't think Marvel Snap is the Hearthstone killer, a Magic killer, Runeterra killer.
Nobody thinks that.
For any of that, but it's a fun game. You can play in short little doses. The animations are great. It sounds fantastic. The team behind the game has been phenomenal. Really do recommend it. I do think it is a really fantastic game. I just wish they didn't have that Nexus event gaff. And other than that, I am really excited to see how the game develops, how it grows, and
that is nice to hear, bro.
It's free to play. You don't have to spend anything, and you can play with some pretty cool Marvel heroes. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day.
Nice,
Stay salty, my friends.
I will, for sure, my dude, for sure. Bro, that was a cool video. He made some great points. He told the truth, basically, and it was an honest opinion. And yes, he pretty much even gave you a resume. I don't know how to say it. It's a quick biography of the game, you know. So yes, this was a cool video, and I'm glad that he's thinking of trying the game again. That is cool, that is great. The game is really, really fun, bro, for sure. And yes, it won't kill Hearthstone or any other card game, but I don't believe that is what the game wants to accomplish. The game wants to be just a fun, cool game that you play sometimes. And the fact that the match are really quick are a testament to that. So yes, bro, this was an awesome video. And I gave you my opinions to complement those of him. I hope those are valuable too. If you are still here, thank you very much. You're awesome. I hope you enjoyed what you just watched. And if you did, please consider leaving me a like and subscribing to the channel. I upload videos every day about Marvel Snap. You can also come and watch me on Twitch. I stream live on Twitch. The channel is Jazzarus. I will leave the link down in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter. I post there every time I go live. And where I upload a video, I will also leave the link down in the description. It is Jazzarus. And yes, bro, thank you very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. You are awesome. And remember, as the great Bill Hicks said, this is just a ride.